Falcons fans, buckle up. ESPN just dropped a ranking that has Atlanta fans shocked and honestly, maybe even a little disrespected. The national media is sleeping on the Dirty Birds again. And today, we're going to break down why this could be one of the most underrated teams in the entire NFL heading into 2025. The Atlanta Falcons are making headlines, but not for the reason fans hoped. ESPN has officially released its preseason power rankings, and get this, they placed the Falcons as the 25th best team in the NFL heading into the season. That means they see Atlanta as a bottom-tier squad with just a 37.4% chance to make the playoffs. Now, let's pause for a second. This is the same Falcons team that rebuilt through the draft, added fresh playmakers, made tough cuts, and worked hard all offseason to put together a roster built for the future. Yet somehow, despite ranking Atlanta's schedule as the 13th easiest in the league, ESPN still projects this team to finish with another 8-9 record. Does that make sense? Not really. On one hand, you want to respect ESPN, they're the so-called worldwide leader in sports. But on the other hand, you have to ask, are they even paying attention? Have they watched training camp? Have they seen how this defense is coming together? Have they looked at what the offense could become with all these new weapons? Look, I'm not saying the Falcons are a top 10 juggernaut right now. They still have to prove it on the field. But ranking them 25th feels lazy. It feels like the national media is clinging to the past instead of looking at the present. And once again, Atlanta is being overlooked. This sets the stage for a season where the Falcons aren't just fighting for wins. They're fighting for respect. So let me throw it to you, Falcons fans. Do you think ESPN got it wrong? Where would you rank Atlanta going into the season? Top 20? Top 15? Or do you actually agree with the 25th spot? Drop your confidence rating for this team in the comments, 1 through 10, and let's see where the real fans stand. Let's be real, if the Falcons don't take this division, then when will they? The NFC South is wide open, and yet ESPN still thinks Atlanta is a bottom-tier team. That's not just wrong. It's downright disrespectful. The Falcons' path to success is sitting right in front of them. The Carolina Panthers are still deep in a rebuild. The New Orleans Saints look weaker than we've seen in years. And the only real challenge is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Add in the fact that Atlanta has the 13th easiest schedule in the entire league, and you're telling me this team should only rank 25th? That's ridiculous. If we're being honest, this team should at least be inside the top 20 right now. Somewhere in that 17 to 19 range feels realistic. I'd even lock them around 18th heading into the year. Now, of course, the defense is the big question. Can they finally hold up when it matters? That's what we all need to see on the field. But to completely dismiss this roster because of a rookie quarterback like Michael Penix Jr., that feels lazy. Yes, he's still a mystery. Yes, he has to prove himself. But if you've actually watched training camp, if you've followed the beat reporters who are there every day, you'd know this offense isn't just about one guy. This offense has Bijan Robinson ready to explode. It has new weapons, better protection, and an energy we haven't felt in years. That's why these national writers get it wrong. They don't see the daily grind. They don't hear the energy in camp. They don't witness the small details that tell us this team could be far better than the outside world believes. So when I see Jeff Legwold write down 8-9 as Atlanta's record, I just can't take it seriously. Especially when the middle of this schedule lightens up and gives the Falcons real momentum opportunities. If you're not boots on the ground, if you're not watching this team every day, then you're just making guesses from the outside looking in. And those guesses? They're selling this team way too short. Falcons fans, I want to hear from you. Are the national media sleeping on this team? Be honest, where would you rank Atlanta right now? Drop your number in the comments and let's see who's got confidence in the Dirty Birds. Falcons fans, the official Week 1 depth chart is out, and it's giving us a first real look at who's stepping up when the Dirty Birds take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Some of it is expected, but there are also a few surprises that could shape the season from the very start. Let's break down what the Falcons lineup looks like going into Week 1. On offense, the wide receiver group is exactly what fans wanted to see. Drake London leads the charge as the WR1, with Ray McLeod and Darnell Mooney lined up alongside him. Now, Mooney is still considered day-to-day with his current injury, but that's actually good news. If he can't go in Week 1, everything points to him being ready by Week 2 or 3, and in the NFL, even 1 week makes a difference. When Mooney is healthy, he adds that extra speed and separation this offense has been craving. The offensive line looks steady, too. Jake Matthews holds down the left tackle spot, Matthew Bergeron lines up at left guard, and Ryan Newsel gets the start at center. The surprise came on the right side. Elijah Wilkinson is officially the starter at right tackle. That was the biggest question mark heading into camp, and now we have the answer. The Falcons clearly trust Wilkinson to protect Michael Penix Jr. from day one. But here's where things really get interesting: the defense. The starting edge rushers are Arnold Ebiketie and veteran pass rusher Leonard Floyd. That's a mix of youth and experience that could be dangerous. Ebiketie is versatile. He can line up with his hand in the dirt or rush standing up, and Floyd brings that veteran savvy to pressure the quarterback. In the middle, the defensive line features David Onyemata and Brandon Dorlus, the rookie who fought his way into a starting role. That's a huge development, and it shows how much confidence the coaching staff already has in him. This front seven is clearly being built to disrupt, and against a Tampa Bay offense led by Baker Mayfield, that could make Week 1 a statement game. What do you think, Falcons fans? Does this depth chart give you confidence heading into Week 1, or do you see weaknesses that worry you? Rate the Falcons lineup on a scale of 1 to 10 in the comments. Let's see where the real fans stand. The Falcons depth chart just revealed a massive shakeup in the secondary, and it could completely change how this defense looks in Week 1. A young star is stepping into the spotlight, while a familiar face may be losing his role. Let's talk defense, because this is where things just got really interesting. At linebacker, you've got Caden Ellis and Divine Deablo patrolling the middle, no surprises there. But the secondary, that's where the drama is. For months, we've seen D. Alford working in the nickel spot during the offseason. But on the official Week 1 depth chart, he's not even listed as a nickel corner. Instead, rookie Billy Bowman Jr. gets the start inside, with Nathan Brooks right behind him. That's huge. It tells us the coaching staff believes Bowman is ready for real responsibility, and maybe that Alford is shifting back outside where they think he's more comfortable. To me, this isn't just about lineup placement. This is a sign that Raheem Morris and his staff are building the defense around new blood. Bowman brings speed, toughness, and energy, exactly what this defense has been missing in the slot. And honestly, I'm all in on the Billy Bowman hype train. Here's how the defense shapes up: Leonard Floyd and Arnold Ebiketie at the edges, David Onyemata and rookie Brandon Dorlus anchoring the interior. Ellis and Deablo at linebacker, A.J. Terrell locked in as CB1, Mike Hughes at CB2, Bowman at nickel, and the safety duo of Jesse Bates and Xavier Woods to clean up everything deep. That's a lineup built to test Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers. Yes, Tampa has a weapon in Bucky Irving after his breakout rookie year, but the real key is disrupting Baker. If the Falcons can get pressure and lock down the middle of the field, Week 1 could swing Atlanta's way. And let's not forget the rotation. Young guys like Jalen Walker and James Pierce Jr. might be listed as backups, but they're going to see the field. This defense will use different packages, fresh looks, and constant pressure to keep Tampa guessing. Week 1 isn't just about starting names on paper. It's about who steps up when it matters. And right now, it feels like this defense is ready to send a message. Falcons fans, what do you think? Did the coaches make the right call by putting Billy Bowman in the nickel role? Should D. Alford still have that spot, or is it time for the rookie to take over? Drop your take in the comments. I want to see where you stand on this secondary shakeup.